Hello and welcome back to Marvel Ultimate Alliance. And last time, remember, we just took down Emil and Baron Mordo and Ultron. And now we must undergo the climb of a lifetime. Yeah, that's who we're gonna be facing in quite a bit.
My. What an unexpected surprise. But don't you know, it's not safe up here on Raven's Peak. At least not for the likes of you.
You've got nowhere to run, Loki. Hand over Odin now.
Sorry, but I'm not exactly sure what's happened to Daddy Dearest. You see, Dr. Doom has him.
And what are you doing here?
I seek to take control of the Destroyer armor, but I require 4 God's swords to free it from its prison of ice.
What's the Destroyer armor?
It is a magical shell created by Odin. The wearer's consciousness is pulled inside, leaving their body outside in a frozen state. The Destroyer armor is so powerful that even the mighty Thor cannot defeat it.
You know he's right here. You know that, right? Then we'll just have to stop you before you succeed.
I invite you to do your best. But know this, I will possess the Destroyer armor.
Wait, did... Wait. Hulk has a... Stop in a mudhole up Loki's ass! Just like the movie. No, you aren't. There we go. We did it, Colonel Fury. We defeated Loki. But do you know anything about the Destroyer armor? It seemed very important to Loki.
No. Any knowledge you gain would be helpful.
Why don't we bring the armor back to Valhalla with us? And could you talk to Lady Sif? Maybe she could open portals to the God Swords needed to free the armor.
Alright, Fury out.
Loki's gift.
Impossible.
Hey, no, man. We ain't picking that up.
Welcome back.
Hi, Colonel Fury. Did you talk to Sif and have her open portals to where the 4 god swords are?
Affirmative.
Great. Once we free the destroyer armor from the ice, we should be able to use it to help us defeat Doctor Doom.
Good luck. Watch yourselves.
Yes.
Yes.
I'm on it.
So, we just had to get a god sword. We had to get 4 of these god swords together. In order to get the destroyer armor. So this one is pretty simple. You just follow where the sword is going. I think we just need to grab it. There. forgot we're supposed to just go the opposite way. And not try to grab it, just go the opposite way where it is. It's been a while. It actually has been a while since I played this, so just getting my bearings. Okay, so one we had to grab, and another we had to find, and if anything, this is more like an obstacle course. So very simple, you just have to be careful of the ice. Bit of a time trying to get this game started just because I think it was on a different layout. I wasn't aware that I had it on a different layout. And there's the sword. That's 3. Get the last one. To get the last one, we have to tread carefully.
Yes.
All we have to do is just make sure we walk on the solid parts of the floor, grab the sword, and bang. For sword! That's it. The destroyer armor's free.
You did an excellent job.
What do you mean?
Thank you for doing what I could never have accomplished alone.
Loki, what just happened?
You should know by now that deception is my greatest weapon. You never told me the facts of our power. You're the man with my name.
And all of a sudden the music is louder as all get out. So you tricked us.
Yes, and now I will take possession of the destroyer armor and crush the life from you.
Finally! Loki's finally beaten. It's a lucky thing the Destroyer Armor energy burst could hurt him, even through that magical shell. Come on, let's see if we can save Odin before Dr. Doom completes his plan. Rough level! You know what? That was pretty much the saddest boss battle I ever had to deal with. Dr. Doom, what have you done with Odin? So now you have the magic of Odin. I don't know how, but we'll find some way to beat you.
Am I dead? Why does heaven smell like a wet dog? Oh wait, never mind.
I prevented your deaths, for you are needed to save this universe.
Of course.
Listen closely, mortals. Dr. Doom's unrestrained use of Odin's power will soon tear the fabric of reality beyond repair. I have broken my sacred vow to only observe, so that I may give you this one chance to save your world.
Who can stand against the power of Odin? Even the gods of mighty Asgard have fallen.
Doom's power seems unlimited, but you must know a way to stop him.
Yes, there is a chance, but it will be difficult. First, you must obtain the Macran Crystal, a Shi'ar gem of fantastic power. Next, you must acquire another object of great power, and it will take all your strength and skill. You must face the World Eater known as Galactus.
Okay. Okay then.
Greetings. I am Watu, the Watcher, and this is Atalan, the moon-based home of the Inhumans.
Coming soon to a theater near you. What are we doing here? Didn't Doom kill us?
He believes he has, but I saved you at the last possible moment.
Not to seem ungrateful, but why?
Though I have vowed to never interfere with earthly affairs, the danger is too great for me to stand idly by. Dr. Doom's misuse of Odin's power is tearing the fabric of reality.
My question...
You are the only ones who can defeat him.
My question is, where were you in Infinity War Part 1? Seriously, where were you, man? That could have... You could have saved us a whole hell of a lot of trouble if you basically just said, you know what, let me just step in. Poof. Nope. None of these heroes are gonna die. I need to step in. Could have easily saved us the heartache from Part 1 and just say, okay, I've saved you for a greater purpose. Then we would have got a better ending than Part 1. More on that later when I do my review of Infinity War. What can we do against Doom if he's as powerful as a god?
You must steal Odin's powers away from him. And to do that, you must acquire 2 items from the vast reaches of outer space. The first item needed is a shard of the Macran Crystal, located in the Shi'ar Empire. For more information on this mission, talk to the one called Black Widow.
Oh boy.
Should you wish to leave immediately, talk to the creature known as Lockjaw.
He's a big dog, by the way. So, yeah, here we are in the Royal Library. So we had to get the Weapon of the Gods. And lo and behold. So let's get some info before we actually do anything. About where we are and what we're doing. That's Lockjaw. Like I said, he's a big dog. Let's pick up these items. So believe it or not, we just entered Act 4. When Apocalypse conquered Atlan, it was a dark and vile time. He enslaved our people and placed them in pens. Although there were a few that drew his interest, these he subverted and they become his minions, his dark riders. Ultimately, we won our freedom when Black Bolt, our king and champion, defeated Apocalypse with the aid of the X-Men, and thus have we, the Inhumans, sworn to never again allow ourselves to feel the bitterness of oppression. Vision.
Welcome to Atalan, Thor.
Vision, it is good to see you, my friend.
Lilandra.
She is the ruler of the Shi'ar Empire, a vast kingdom that encompasses entire galaxies. Her subjects find her to be wise and just.
You think she'll be willing to part with a shard of the Macron crystal?
She has long been a friend of Earth, so I don't believe you will have any trouble in dealing with her.
Where are the Inhumans?
They are a group of humans that had been experimented upon by an advanced race many years ago. Because of that experimentation, the Inhumans now exhibit mutations when exposed to Terrigen Mist.
Terrigen Mist?
It is a compound developed by the Inhumans to trigger mutations. After entering this mist, an Inhuman's special mutant talents will become active.
Who's in charge of Atlan?
Black Bolt is the king of the Inhumans. His voice is so powerful he dare not speak. Once he uttered the word no, and destroyed a large portion of the city.
Does anyone help him rule?
Yes, his wife Medusa aids him, along with his advisors, Gorgon, Karnak, Triton, and Crystal.
Thanks, Vision.
I am pleased to help.
Like, we're all wondering, we're like, what the hell just happened here?
Hi, welcome to Avalan.
Hello, Dr. Pym. What's the Macron crystal?
No one knows where it came from, but the crystal is supposed to be very powerful. Some sort of interdimensional nexus.
What's that?
It's basically a doorway to a dimension full of high-density neutron stars. Thing is, if that doorway collapses, the gravitational forces would cause our universe to be pulled through.
What's the destroyed city outside Atlan?
That's the remains of an old city built by aliens known as the Kree. From here, the Kree traveled to Earth to genetically alter a group of humans in hopes of using them as soldiers.
Ah, the Kree. One of the main things the Guardians of the Galaxy had to deal with.
Eventually, the Kree gave up on their experiments and left Earth, but the genetically altered humans remained behind. They became known as the Inhumans.
Why did the Inhumans move to the moon?
Their first city was located on an island in the North Atlantic. But as mankind developed better forms of transportation, the Inhumans moved their city to a spot in the Himalayas. Finally, the pollution of Earth became too much for them, so they moved everything up here to the moon.
Thanks, Hank.
Hey, it's what I'm here for.
Fury, what can you tell me?
Welcome to Adelan. I'm glad you could make it. Things were a little touch and go there in Asgard.
You're telling me. Hello, Fury. Where are we?
This is Adelan. It was built by the Inhumans on Earth and moved to the moon a few years back.
Are we safe from Doom here?
For now. But once Doom finishes with the Earth, who knows what he'll set his sights on next.
Lovely. How are things on Earth?
We don't have much information at the moment, but we do know that Dr. Doom has beaten every attempt to stop him.
What attacks have been made?
You name it, it's been tried. Air assaults, land assaults. We've even tried laser attacks from space. Nothing phases him.
Damn. So Doom planned to steal Odin's power all along.
Yes. By defeating Thor's father with the Twilight Sword and then taking him to the top of Raven's Spire, Doom knew he could steal Odin's power.
What can we do to stop Doom now that he's a god?
It's useless to fight him in our current condition. So, we're going to do exactly what Doom did and steal Odin's power back.
Thanks, Colonel.
You're welcome.
Welcome to Adelan. I think you will find it most interesting. As you have already heard from Uatu, to defeat Dr. Doom, you must acquire a shard of the Macron crystal.
At least you said it right. It's Macron crystal, not the M-Cran. It's Macron.
It is currently located on a capital ship of the Shi'ar Empire. Luckily, we are acquainted with the Shi'ar, and they should be willing to part with the crystal.
Where the Shi'ar?
They are an alien spacefaring race, whose empire spans entire galaxies and incorporates thousands of different species. The vast realm is ruled by a hereditary leader known as the Empress.
I've seen the 9th version of X-Men. I'm aware of the Shi'ar Empire. But for all intents purposes of this LP, what do they look like?
While the Shi'ar look very similar to humans, there are differences due to the fact that they evolved from birds.
Almost like Nina's race from Breath of Fire. Who is the current Empress of Shi'ar?
The current ruler is Lilandra, a wise and noble leader. She has had dealings with Earth before, most notably the X-Men. Their leader, Professor Xavier, was at one time her consort. Over the years there has been trouble for the Shi'ar throne. Lilandra's brother, Diken, almost destroyed the Empire during his reign, and Deathbird, Lilandra's sister, has made several attempts to seize control for herself.
The X-Men know the Shi'ar?
Quite well. Cyclops' father, Chris Summers, first encountered the Shi'ar when they attacked his plane and took him away from Earth. Eventually, he escaped and formed the Starjammers.
What's that?
The Starjammers are a group of convicts who engaged in space piracy during the reign of Diken. Once Lilandra came into power, they became friends of the Shi'ar Empire, and now engage in more legal forms of business.
Thanks, Black Widow.
You are very welcome.
Welcome to Adelan.
Hello, Otto. Why'd you save our lives?
Although it goes against my pledge of non-interference, I found I could not stand idly by and allow Dr. Doom to destroy this universe.
And this guy just stuck there. How's he destroying the universe?
His abuse of the power stolen from Odin is beginning to strain reality. If left unchecked, Dr. Doom will cause a disruption in the time-space continuum that will consume this entire dimension.
Who are you?
I am Watu, the Watcher. Since before your people lived in caves, I have observed Earth and noted your evolution.
If you're supposed to observe, why did you save us from Doom?
I find that over the millennia, I have grown fond of your people. It would be unfortunate if you were destroyed.
What are the Watchers?
We are a race that is dedicated to observing the intelligent life forms of other worlds. On rare occasions, we return to our home planet and exchange this information.
Had a pledge of non-interference.
The first planet we observed, we gave rudimentary technology to. Much to our dismay, they destroyed themselves with it.
Well, almost like with now, but totally different. Thank you, Watu.
You are most welcome.
So yeah, like I said, Lockjaw is that big dog over there. So, since we got saved, I think it's only best that we make a save. And what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to stop here in the next part. We are going to the Shi'ar Empire. And hopefully speak to Lilandra. So stay tuned. More of Ultimate Alliance right after this.